let's talk a little Notre Dame recruiting now and head over to South Bend, where Dallas Golden just committed. Steve, what does the commitment of Dallas Golden mean to this Notre Dame commit class?
Top 5 class. This is one of Notre Dame's most coveted players on the board, regardless of position. They're bringing him in as a corner from Tampa Berkeley Prep. He's fast, he's explosive, he has some versatility, and he tracks the football really well on the back end. Defensive back is a huge position of need for the Irish this cycle, and they add Dallas Golden to another top target, Ivan Taylor, and then Creed Thomas, a corner that they love out of Arizona. Yeah. And I don't think they're done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, tell us about that. You've been hinting at another one. Have you put a prediction in yet for this one?
Yeah, we've had a long-standing prediction in favor of Notre Dame for Indianapolis Ben Davis cornerback Mark Zachary IV. And I spent some time with Mark earlier this week during his pro day workout at Ben Davis. And he was originally planning to take official visits to his Final Four schools this summer, which is Cincinnati, Florida, Michigan, and Notre Dame. But he is no longer going to take those trips. He is in decision mode. We're expecting him to announce a commitment sometime in the next couple weeks. And unless something changes, I think Notre Dame's the team to beat there. And like Dallas Golden, this is one of the favorites for Notre Dame this cycle. Mark Zachary's a state champion in football this year. I think he's the only player during the season to catch a pass on Ellis Robinson III. He's a two-way standout at Ben Davis. Then he's the point guard for the basketball team that won the state championship last year, made it to the state championship this year. He has a Butler offer for basketball. So many programs coveted him for football. I like the way it's going for Notre Dame here as they put together a very special defensive back haul.
All right. Not a lot of spots left on this Notre Dame commit class. So the prospects we talk about are a main priority. I want to pivot to Jadon Blair, 6'4" safety out of North Carolina. And Blair's entering the final stage of his recruitment, his process. And if you look at his recruiting prediction machine, it shows Penn State as the leader, but Notre Dame's heavily involved in this one as well.
Yeah, 3 schools that I'm looking at. He's got 7 finalists. He's going to take 7 official visits. He already took 2 in the spring to Louisville and Virginia Tech. Upcoming trips, Florida State, South Carolina included. But I think he's going to end up at a Midwest powerhouse. You got Michigan, Notre Dame, and Penn State heavily involved here. And so these official visits, we'll see which one is the program standing on the other end. But Notre Dame's done a fantastic job here. They just had the Bronco Nagurski Player of the Year and Xavier Watts, who led the nation in interceptions. So they're going to point to that as they get Jadon Blair back to campus. And the biggest key for Blair's upcoming official visits, Josh, is just getting around the players in every locker room and seeing where he fits in best amongst the players on the team, because he already knows so much about the programs, the coaches. Now he wants to get the feel for who could be his friends. Where does he fit in best?
All right, we know Mark Zachary is a big-time target. We know Jadon Blair is a big-time target. Who else should Notre Dame fans kind of be zeroed in on when it comes to this recruiting board right now?
Well, as they try and finish with the top 5 class, receiver is one of the big points of emphasis for Notre Dame as they continue to try and recruit at a national championship level. And to get there, Josh, they need a burner or two to add to this receiver room to keep this offense or to get this offense more explosive than what we've seen on Saturdays. Add some more guys that can touch the football and score on one touch. Dylan Robinson from California is one of those guys, sub 4.5 in the 40-yard dash. Javon Boggs is a receiver from Cocoa in Florida, state champion, had a monster junior year. Former Ohio State commit, was up for the spring game. He's trying to come back for an official. Derek Meadows, Tanuk Hines, and Taylon Taylor are a few other receivers that are on the board. Derek Meadows is obviously one of the elite pass catchers in the country. Alabama is involved there. Georgia's involved. Michigan just had them on campus. Tennessee, South Carolina. So Notre Dame and Michigan battling SEC programs for Derek Meadows. And then a couple defensive targets still out there for Notre Dame. Defensive lineman Jalen Wiggins, who we talk about regularly on this show. He's committed to Florida, but he's keeping the door open for a lot of programs. He's a high academic kid. We talked last week about Florida State being in the thick of that, but Notre Dame, Stanford certainly trying to get involved. And then linebacker Madden Faramo is another major target for Notre Dame that they're certainly near the top of the list for.